Hey Baldwin. So this screencast is about how to complete the Google Sheet part of this week's assignment. You can find your Google Sheet in your assignment on the Google Classroom. It'll have Lab 3, Part 3, and it will also have your name attached to there. And that's your own personal copy of the Google Sheet. So what we are going to do here is learn how to write the equations or the computer codes for doing the statistics that we've already learned to do by hand in class. And so you can watch the video, pause the video, and then imitate what you see in the video in your own sheet. And that is how you'll complete the assignment for this week. So let's start here with average and mean. So every equation in Google Sheets starts with an equal sign. So I've put in equal. Now you'll see here, Google Sheets is already smart enough and is anticipating what we want to do. And so you can accept that anticipation, right, by clicking on it, and then just hit return. And this 2.7 here, this 2.7 is the average of those 10 numbers. Let's do the same for min. Now this time the equation, right, I'm going to put an equal again, and I'm going to put the word min. Now unlike the previous time, it did not anticipate which 10 numbers we want to find the minimum of, but it did give us some choices here. It's like min verse, minute, min if, but we just want this simple one, the simplest one, the min. And so I click min and notice that it opened up a parenthesis, and then I have to tell it which 10 numbers to look at. So I want it just to look at the height number 1 measurements, just these 10 numbers, and I want it to find the smallest. So all I did was click and drag until all 10 trials are highlighted, and then hit return. And we should double check and make sure that the Google Sheet found the correct number. So I looked through my numbers, and indeed it did. 2.33 is the smallest number in this list. Now don't forget that you can hit pause on this video and start to practice doing this in your own spreadsheet. The next equation is max. So again, we start every equation with an equal. We type the phrase max for max. I open a parenthesis and then highlight the 10 numbers. Now be careful, don't highlight average and min. Those are your statistics. That's not your raw data. That's not your trial data. You only want to highlight your trial data and then hit return. So 3.85 is the largest number in that set of numbers. For variance, again, we're going to start with equal, and we're going to type VAR, and then we're going to type a letter P. Open parenthesis, and then highlight those 10 numbers, and then hit return, and it will close the parenthesis and show you the variance. Now you might have a question as to why do VARP when VAR was available. I'll put in an extra credit assignment this week, and if you can explain to me why we are going to use VARP, which stands for population, I will give you extra stats credit. For the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. And so we're going to type an equal, and we are going to type SQRT, open parenthesis, click just variance. We're not going to highlight all 10. We're just going to click variance, close parenthesis, hit enter. And there is the standard deviation for those 10 trials.